Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Green Lantern Classics Nite-Lik action figure set by Mattel. This is figure number 6 from Wave 2 of the Green Lantern Classics subline of DC Universe Classics, and Wave 2 contains the collect and connect pieces to build the Stell figure. This set was first released in 2011, and I seriously cannot remember where I purchased this set. If I were to guess, it would be Toys R Us, because that was the first retailer store that I remember seeing selling the second wave of Green Lantern Classics. And Toys R Us sold the second wave of figures anywhere from $15 to $17. Taking a look here at Nite-Lik in the packaging. Now, from what I understand, Nite-Lik here is actually named after a real person, Scott Nite-Lik. That's the brand manager of Mattel. So I think that's kind of cool. And Nite-Lik, of course, is a new character. And what's interesting about this set, it's a sort of a two-in-one set. You can build two different figures, not both at the same time, one or the other. And you can either have Nite-Lik here or Skalox. And you can see parts for both Skalox and Nite-Lik there. And taking a look at Nite-Lik, you can see he's got some bones there, or trophies, according to the bio, and it's pretty gruesome. And down below you can see the leg of Stell there, and it is the right leg. Here we have the back of the package, and we have here a biography for both Skalox and Nite-Lik. And down here we have some statistics with a nice picture of Nite-Lik there. And down below we have figures from the second wave of Green Lantern Classics. We have Sodom Yacht, Carol Ferris, Gahoo, the 3-pack of Bidge, Dexstar, and Despotellus, Not Kaloy or Medfill, Skalax or Nite-Lik, and of course we have the Collect and Connect figure of Stell here. There are no variants in this wave. The closest thing you're going to get to a variant is the two-in-one, sort of two-in-ones of Not Kaloy and Medfill and Skalox and Nite-Lik. Now we'll be right back and have Nite-Lik here out of the package. Okay, we're back and we have Nite-Lik here out of the package. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the accessories first. We have here the Collect and Connect piece that comes included with either Skalox or Nite-Lik. The left leg of Stell. And this is a pretty neat leg. I like the sculpt on here. It's very well done. As well as the paint. It's got a mix of metallic and solid paint colors. And it's actually very, very neat. I really like this piece, and look forward to building Stell. And you can see some of the details sculpted into the leg here. What look like pistons here, and some buttons and lights and stuff. It's actually pretty cool, and you got some banding here going on along the knee and leg. And you got some more detail here on the big boot. And some detail on the bottom of the foot there. It's very, very cool and very well sculpted. And a pretty big piece as well. You can see for size comparisons against Skalox here. Or not Skalox, but Nite-Lik. And it's almost as tall as Nite-Lik. So that's kind of cool. On here. And this is the left leg, or right leg, I'm sorry. This is the right leg of Stell that comes included with either Skalox or Nite-Lik. Now, we have here the extra parts in order to build Skalox, and we won't go into detail too much because this will be focused on in a separate video, but you can see here's the head of Skalox there, and he comes with 2 hands, so it looks like Skalox is not as well equipped as Nite-Lik. And taking a look at Nite-Lik, you can see here this red lantern here, and I think he's better fitting a yellow lantern than a red lantern, because this guy's just really scary, and I would become fearful of this guy. But he's a red lantern, so I guess he's fueled with rage, and is a very well sculpted figure. And it's interesting how all of these pieces that share the same base body mold can create a new character, and it's very, very interesting. And it's disguised a lot with a lot of this extra stuff that's covering the chest area to make it look more unique. But let's go ahead and take a look first at the head sculpt. You can see Nite-Lik here is very cool, very, I guess, bony on his style of head here. He's got like I wouldn't know if you would call it horns, but it's part of his skull here, and it looks very bony. And you can see some of the sculpting detail along the head. It's actually pretty cool. And also some spotted patterns here of what look like green on there. And I'm not sure if that's a third eye or not. He's got two small beady eyes here, and I'm not sure if that's an eye in the middle here. But it looks very interesting, and you can see that the head is split along the top ridge area here, and in the middle is this purplish, I guess fleshy type material that goes to the back of the head there. And you can see he's got two tendrils coming out from the back of the head, and that's very, very cool, and it wraps around to the front here, and it's actually it's movable but not posable, you could say. There's no bendy wire in there, so it's really just a solid piece of plastic that's preformed to wrap around to the front on there. So it's very interesting, and along these tendrils are his conquests, I guess. These are the bones of his victims on there, and these act as trophies. And you can see portions of his tendrils wrapping around each individual bone piece there. Very, very cool. And it's not removable, it's part of the sculpt, but it's still quite neat. Very well painted, aside from the tendrils itself. The bones are very nicely painted. I really like that. If you move these tendrils out of the way, you can see that Nite-Lik here has sort of a shoulder piece armor with the red lantern emblem there. And you can see his bone structure here protruding out from this armor piece. And it's actually a separate piece, which is pretty neat. Now, the head does pop off pretty easily, and that's because the interchangeability between Nite-Lik and Skallox. So if you pop off the head, you can see that the tendrils, are attached to the head piece there. So that's kind of cool. But the shoulder armor piece is loose and just slips right on top of that. And once you start removing these pieces, you can really see the base body mold that's shared with a lot of the DC Universe Classics figures on there. So that's, like I said, a nice use of disguising with these extra pieces to create a new character. Taking a look at some more of the detail of Nite-Lik here, you can see the hands that are easily removed as well. You can just pop them in and out. In fact, this hand here is rather loose, which is unfortunate. It just really very, very loose, and very doesn't really hold its position a lot. And you can see how it just wobbles around. So I may have to put something here to tighten the tension there to hold it up a little bit more for posability. But looking at some of the details of the hands, you can see a very bony structure, the bluish and the purplish, I guess the fleshy underneath there. Very cool, and black colored nails. And of course he's got more tendrils. These are coming out of the palms of his hands. And I don't know if those are teeth or what these are, these white portions here, but it's pretty pretty cool. Would have been nice if these tendrils actually were like pegged in, so you can actually remove them. But they're not removable. They're part of the hand, so which is unfortunate. And because this is not really posable. There's no bendy wire on this tendril, so you're really stuck with these tendrils here in the hand. So I think I have an extra one of these guys, and what I'll yeah, I do because I have a Skellux set. But what I'll end up doing is probably cutting that off to give the option of a tendrilled hand and a non-tendrilled hand on there. And on this hand you can see the red lantern ring of Nite-Lik, so that's kind of cool. Looking at the rest of the figure, it's the base body mold of a DC Universe Classics figure. You have a unique reddish belt here. I think the yellow lanterns had the same kind of belt, but this one's painted red, metallic red, so that's kind of cool. And you got the design logo here, part of his costume. And what I think is unique are these lower leg boot areas here for the red lanterns. It's actually a unique sculpt. It's not painted on, so that's kind of cool that it's actually part of the sculpt. So it's a very interesting figure, and very alien-esque, you could say. And it's really a unique design, and it's pretty cool. Now, going over the articulation of Nite-Lik here. The head, you can see, was just pegged in through a ball joint. And you can move the head around, but if you have the tendrils wrapped around his torso like it's normally positioned, you really can't get the head all the way around. You really have to move the tendrils out of the way to get the head all the way around. And the head also does go up and down, and it's a little loose on here. Yeah, almost bobbleheadish, but it's a little loose because of the interchangeability, so I may have to add something in here to strengthen the hold on the figure. The arms do go all the way around, even with the shoulder armor there, and they do go out and in. The arms go all the way around at the bicep area, and the elbows do bend in and out. And the hands rotate all the way around at the wrist. As I said, this one is very loose. You can even see the gap in between. And just really have to tighten that particular joint. The torso does go down, up, and slightly to the back. And the torso goes all the way around at the waist. And the legs do go up, down, back, and out to the side. And when I had this figure out of the package, the legs were very resistant. You would position them up and they would slowly creep back down, but I was able to pop the joint. It made a very loud popping sound to loosen it up on this particular figure. The legs go all the way around at the thigh, and they also bend at the knee, as well as bend at the ankle here. So overall, a great figure, very unique design. Just would have been nice to have a couple things like bendy wires for the tendrils here, and very, very cool figure, especially these sort of 2-for-1s that you can really interchange to create different characters with this one set. This is my casual peek into the Green Lantern Classics Nite-Lik action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.